One day, a one-eyed monkey came into the forest. Under a tree, she saw a woman meditating. The one-eyed monkey recognized the woman ascetic. She was the wife of an even more famous ascetic. To watch her better, the one-eyed monkey climbed onto a tree. Just then, with a loud bang, the heavens opened, and Indra jumped into the clearing. Indra saw the woman ascetic. The woman paid him no heed. So Indra, attracted, threw her onto the floor and proceeded to rape her. Then Indra disappeared. And the woman's husband, a Brahmin, appeared. He saw his wife and knew at once what had transpired. So he called upon Vishnu so that he could get justice. So Vishnu arrived. "Are there any witnesses?" Vishnu asked. The one-eyed monkey related exactly what had happened. Vishnu gave his judgment. Indra has sinned in that he has sinned against a Brahmin. He may be called to wash away his sins. So Indra arrived and performed the Ashwamedh Yagna. So it transpired that a horse was killed. A god was made sin-free. A Brahmin's ego was appeased. And a woman was ruined. The one-eyed monkey was very confused at what human beings call justice. Then there was a young princess who whistled beautifully. Her mother, the Maharani, said, "Don't whistle, darling." Her father, the king, said, "Don't whistle." But the princess continued whistling. The years went by, and the princess grew up into a beautiful young woman. The Rani said, "Ye सीटी बजाने वाली से कौन शादी करेगा?" The Raja said, "Ye सीटी बजाने वाले से कौन?" Then the king had an idea. He called a Swayamvara. "Whoever comes and defeats my daughter at whistling shall have half my kingdom and her hand in marriage." So soon the palace filled with people whistling. Some whistled badly. Some whistled well. But nobody could defeat the princess. So, "Ab kya kare?" said the queen. "Now what can we do?" said the king. But the princess said, "Papa, Mama, I am going to ask each of these young men a question. Whoever answers correctly shall be my man." So she went up to each man and she said, "Do you accept that you have been fairly defeated?" "No, impossible. She was cheating. No, how can we be defeated? No, there's no way." of the princes said, "Princess, I have been fairly defeated." "Aha," she said. "Father, mother, this man shall be my wife." There is a little switch inside each woman. And that is a switch which, unless it is turned off, we can never be 100% comfortable as women. And that is a switch that has come from 5,000 years of patriarchy. And it's a switch that some of us are aware of, some of us are not aware of, but it's a switch that somewhere makes us apologetic for not being a man. This switch leads to all sorts of things. This switch means that you can be the woman CEO of the largest private sector bank, but you still need your husband's pat on the shoulder to make it all right. This switch says that you can be the most educated person, the most empowered person, but without that little, "you're okay," from a man, we are not okay. I have seen this time and time again across the world. And unless we are aware of it and actually switch it off, none of this can make a difference. I want you to think of a person in a high security prison. This person is behind bars. But there's a security guard outside, just outside the bars, who is there, stuck, because he or she has to secure this person. If this person moves away, this person's going to run away. This is the situation of men and women in our society. The perceived liberty of the man is only perceived. They can bully us, they can violate us, but they cannot be free if they have to police their women all the time. And men spend a lot of time. कहाँ गई थी? क्यों गई थी? किससे बात कर रही हो? क्यों करती हो? क्यों नहीं करती? क्यों करती हो? क्यों नहीं करती? We need to explain to men that their idea of liberty is false. We need to explain to men that their manhood doesn't sit in their penises being thrust into us. Their manhood. We need to convince our brothers, our friends, our sons that manhood is not about the body. Purusharth and Prakriti are in all of us. Purusharth is about goodness. Prakriti is about nurturance. It cannot be about force. It cannot be about power. It cannot be about cruelty. It cannot be about groping. And unless we understand this, unless we consciously talk to every single man in our network, whether it's our father, our brother, our friends, whoever, our driver, our cook, we need to talk to everybody about this all the time. We are talking of violence and rape, but perhaps the greatest violence in India is caused in the name of dowries and female feticides. And I want to talk about that. Most of you will go into what is known as the marriage market in a few years. And as Abhijit said, we accept tradition very easily. Today we no longer talk so openly of dowries amongst the educated middle class in Delhi. We don't talk of dowries. But when we talk about weddings, where the girl's family has to entertain 1,000 guests to Sangeet and Honey Singh has to be brought in, at 80 lakhs to create more violence and dirt in our minds, that's what he gets paid. But then people like Kareena Kapoor get paid 5 crores to do equally horrible things. that dowry and female feticide have a direct link. The only single biggest reason why girls are aborted is because their families do not in 20 years have to dish out 70, 80 lakhs, 5 crores, 50 crores, whatever it is. You need to actively stand up the day you decide to get married and say, I will not have an expensive, outrageous, money-wasting marriage. If you say that, there won't be female feticide. Don't say, हमारी कम्युनिटी में तो ऐसा ही होता है, मुझे कुछ नहीं मालूम. हमारे चाचा जी हैं ना, उन्होंने कहा ऐसा ही होगा. Don't say that. Say हमारे चाचा जी को कुछ भी मालूम नहीं, हमारे पिताजी को कुछ भी मालूम नहीं, हमारे कम्युनिटी से मुझे कोई रिश्ता नहीं है, मुझे ऐसी कम्युनिटी में नहीं जिंदा रहना है. Say it. Go to your parents, discuss it now. Say, we are becoming aware that this is the biggest killer of girls in this society. This is what causes misogyny to a large extent. I will not be part of it. This is where I break the chain. Educate them from now so that in 4 years when you do want to get married, you are not pressured. Educate your parents, educate the larger family, start talking to people. Say, we will not follow convention. This convention is sick, like many of our other conventions. If we can stop sati, we can stop this. Change begins here, inside of us. As you walk out of this room, spend the day examining which way you are being derogatory to women. All of us are somewhere. In allowing somebody to say mother's truth, we are allowing it. Say no. Go as Miranda House and stop some numbers and stop people going in. Write, Twitter, Facebook. Say this is wrong, it is destroying our fabric. Don't laugh at lewd jokes. Don't crack them. Say wrong. Don't take it lying down when male language is used to include women. Take a stand. Why should always it be mankind? It can be humankind. It can be humane kind. That's the word we want. So stop and change it. There is no day off in this fight. There is no day when you can say, "Arey yaar, chhod na, aaj kahan janjat mein pade." It's always janjat. Otherwise, it won't happen. So, if there's one thing I want to say to you, we can do it, we must do it, but we must have the courage to strip away our outside, look at our own prejudice, look at our own warped behavior, look at our own warped language, look at the way we look at other women, Dalit women, servants in the house, how we treat them, how we behave. Change and it will happen.